Okay, welcome to month number 10, Twilight Stars. We've done everything before. We are so close to the end, so we're going to just kind of jump into it. We're going to be making 4 12.5-inch square blocks. They are going to end up looking like this. We have done all these pieces before, so we're just going to kind of talk through the whole thing. Okay, first thing we are going to start with is we're going to start with half square triangles. We are going to make 2.5-inch half square triangles. We start with 3 1/4 squares. We line them up on top of each other. We mark the center, so 1/4 inch on either side. And then we're going to cut them in half, press them open, and we're going to trim them down to our 2.5-inch by 2.5-inch. You're going to take that square, and then you're going to take a 2.5-inch square of fabric number 12 and sew them together here. You are making 16 of these. 16 of these. This is fabric 12. You're making 16. This is your flip and sew rectangle. You're going to start here with a 2.5 by 4.5. You are going to have a square that is marked on the center. You are going to sew, trim off the edge, and fold that out. You are going to be making 16 of these, and these are going to be sewn together into this configuration, which is actually called a cat's cradle. I'm going to have 16 different cat's cradle rectangles, squares. Okay, next we are going to be making hourglasses. So our hourglasses are here. We have 2 hourglasses sides of fabric number 9. We have fabric number 1 and fabric number 3. So you're going to start by making half square triangles. You're going to have half square triangles of fabric number 9 and fabric number 3, and half square triangles of fabric number 9 and fabric number 1. Okay, you are going to nest them together in the center. The fabric number 9 is going to be on the opposite side. You're going to mark the center, sew on either side, cut them in half to make hourglasses. We are making a whole bunch of hourglasses, 16 of them. You're going to be trimming to 4.5 by 4.5, squaring from the center. Okay, so once you have your cat's cradles and your hourglasses, it's very easy to put these together. This is your center block. You are going to have your fabric number 3, which is the yellows, towards the inside. And then you're going to have your cat's cradles with the green single block towards the inside. Okay, so these are your 4 twilight stars that you're going to make. And once you have your twilight stars, you're going to gather your twilight stars, you're going to gather your geese migration and the 4 seasons blocks, and we'll be putting strips of these together.